This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Text anytime at 773-766-5322 for suggestions and ideas for podcast and topics. Today's topic comes out of a book that I've co-authored with Grace Lynn Keller. It should be released this fall. But it's a book on blocking and tackling business and investing and building businesses. And every day or so, we try and do a different chapter from the book to release through the podcast. And so this is a chapter, and each chapter is very short, a paragraph to two, so bear with me. This chapter is titled, "It's not about what you want, it's about what the customer needs." And this is a constant theme that we talk about in business, whether with boards I serve in, business I've been involved in, business I founded, at the end of the day, it's all about the customer. And so we'll talk about that here. The chapter goes, the most successful businesses serve a real customer need. They're often built at sort of the intersection of what a business is great at and what another business or customer needs. So it's this concept of really it is a Venn diagram. What you're great at, what you want to do, and what a customer really needs. And probably as important as any of those things is, what does a customer need? In contrast to this, many businesses are funded and pursued around a concept that is exciting to the founder. This concept that's exciting to you as the founder is only one part of the game. To succeed, you really need both something that the founder wants to do or produce and that the customer truly wants or needs. And we repeat this. I'll try not to repeat myself too much. My son accuses me on this concept of repeating myself constantly, so bear with me. We see many businesses really start as an idea the business or founder has. One of the mistakes that we see founders make is not constantly and early on trying to commercialize that idea with customers. In other words, very early on, companies must test their ideas with customers and try and make sure whatever they are building or selling is truly needed and wanted by customers. Many companies could spin their wheels because of the mismatch of what they are doing and customers really want. So this really all comes back to the idea that it's not about what you want, it's about what the customer needs, and trying to get that intersection right down the middle of what you're great at, what you want to do, and what customers really need. And I guess the take-home advice is, we tell people before you start a business, you should talk to customers before you start a business, as opposed to after you've already built something. Talk to them early and often. People get scared to try and commercialize and talk to customers, but at the end of the day, that's the purpose of the business, to serve a customer need, and you got to be very upfront and very early on about it. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast.